clone troopers. What's the big idea? You know, guys, clone troopers, I mean, they just used to be so good, but like, I mean, they just got like really bad. First things first, guys, we're gonna take a look at the humble beginnings of Star Wars clone troopers. You know, back into the Attack of the Clones days. The first clones, as everybody knows, were actually released in 2002. Those are the Phase 1 clones with the little, you know, slits cut out. Everybody knows they are. They are very recognizable and unmistakable. They started designing those guys all the way back in like 1995, maybe 93, I think it was something like that. And then they were released in 2002, almost a decade later. Back then, they just spent so much time designing and perfecting Lego minifigures, and especially for the clone troopers because they'd never done it before. And so they knew that this one, they had to hit this one out of the park for it to be good. And golly gee, was it a heater. And just a few years later, you know, over, I think it might have been 2005, something like that. Was it 2000? Just a few years later, guys, everybody was wondering, okay, so I got my Phase 1 clones, you know, from the gunship. With Jedi Bob, too, honorable mention. They were just wondering, like, I got my Phase 1 clones, where are my Phase 2 clones at? You know, Revenge of the Sith had just come out, and so everybody's wondering, where are my Phase 2 clones? I need my Phase 2 clones! And so later in 2006 or 2007, I don't remember off the top of my head, but they did release that battle pack that everybody knows and loves with the original Phase 2 clones, and that was quite the upgrade. You know, they looked really nice next to the Phase 1. Up next was what many people would agree to be as the golden age of Lego Star Wars, and we over here at Elite Brick Force of course agree. We made a video on that just a while back. You guys can go watch it and like it. It's a really good video. Guys, just let it be known, viewer discretion is advised for that. I believe it's called the Golden Era of Lego Star Wars, or the Golden Age, something like that, with those Clone Wars clones. That one is just, guys, a real tearjerker. If you are susceptible to crying, just puddles of tears, just real emotional damage, as one might say, just be aware, maybe that wouldn't be a video for you unless you have a whole bunch of tissues on standby. So yeah, if you wanna take that one for a view, then be my guest, and do leave it a like if you like it. On to the Clone Wars era, guys. Everybody knows these ones. Everybody loves them. They're so simple yet so perfect. What's the main difference that these ones have from the previous clones? Everybody would say it's the gap in the visor. You know, instead of being a hole cut out, it's a print on top of a fully enclosed helmet. Why did they go from cutting it out and then they cut out cutting it out? Why did they do that? You might be wondering. Well, actually, in the years 2006 to 2007, in the culmination of those years, from selling so many clone troopers, they were able to actually gather the funds of about $100.27, guys. And so they were able to fund the extra plastic to fill in the holes on the helmet, so they would make a fully enclosed helmet. And then they would, you know, the prototypes were actually Sharpied on. They just drew the little T, and then they eventually moved to printing like we know today. Guys, can I get a shout out in the comments for all those Sharpie troopers out there going through some tough times right now? Just throughout the next couple years, they varied in the design. You know, some were more like screen accurate to Episode 3, like kind of more realistic clones. And those looked really good. Everybody loved those ones. And then 2020 came around. Guys, everybody remembers exactly where they were when that 501st Battle Pack first got rumored. And when those images leaked, boy, was it a great time. Guys, we truly did not know what we had until it was gone. It was the greatest thing we've ever seen. M&R Productions, he was going crazy. Some might even say he was going bananas. I was loving it. I know you guys were absolutely having a blast. I bought so many of those. Everybody bought so many of those. They were perfect. They were so good. Except for one thing. Where do our accessories go? And boy, did Lego hear us. And then we had it. The leaks of the 2021 Summer Wave. Wait, no, never mind. 2021 was good. That's when we had like the purple clones. And then we had it. The leaks of the 2022 Summer Wave. My eyes! Kids, close your eyes! Finally, the leaks were here, guys. The Phase 2 troopers would finally have helmet holes for accessories. I can finally customize my troopers. But at what cost? And then we got the images. These suckers look bad. Look me square in the eye and tell me this was a good idea. Those holes up there, a good 3 feet above where they're supposed to be. Okay, bud. The first batch of these, okay, they were trying something new. You know, maybe Lego hired their first blind guy. I'm all for inclusivity, so I guess that's alright. But then it just kept happening. Well, even when we said we hated it. Fire the guy! The leaks for January 2023 eventually came around. And you know what? Another 501st Battle Pack. That's fine. I like 501st clones, so does everybody else. This time it's a Specialist Troopers Battle Pack. What does that mean? Well, they'll have quite a few attachments, I would suppose. I was really excited for this one. The images leaked. What's that? The officer's rangefinder is in the correct spot? And then, you know, actual product images came out. The rangefinder's up here when it's supposed to be down here. They just can't seem to get it right anymore. They ruined Clone Troopers. Captain Rex, everybody's seen the images, the leaked images of him. Almost like a super good clone. But the helmet holes, his rangefinder is 16.5 feet above where it's supposed to be. His ammo pouch is printed wrong. And the no waist cape, obviously, everybody's mentioned. You know, everybody and their mother talked about this issue already, so I'm not going to go too long about it. But yeah, I mean, a $650 Ultimate Collector's Series adult set. Can't throw in the waist cape. Can't make a specific mold for his helmet. Seems to me like Lego's not going to be stopping anytime soon, no matter what we say. But the solution that us here at Elite Brick Force HQ have come up with. So fear not. What I think Lego should do as a really easy solution, you know, probably wouldn't be too expensive, is just they can keep the helmet holes, you know, but just include some flex putty with every set with Clone Troopers in it. You can just take a little knob of flex putty, plug in the helmet hole, call it a day. The helmet hole's no longer there, solves everybody's problems. If you want to stick a visor in there, stick a visor in there. Leave the flex putty out, but you know, I think it's just a little something for everybody to be happy. I know these are some tough times we're living in for the Lego community, but I'd just like to share some inspiration with you guys, something that's been motivating for me. When there's two big fish to fry, the little fish might not get fried. I think that's all I have for you guys today. Sleep tight, Bricksters.